This is the Lethal Weapon 4 comparing scars.
I love it.
When I was 12.
Look at those arms. Really jacked. Dina's hot.
I tried to get on it.
So Zelly. They're hot.
Yeah.
We're hot. Yeah, we're hot.
I remember armpit hair being a large discussion.
Armpit hair with
the
Ashley
office.
Swadowski, who was our character art director.
Oh.
Yeah, and how much body hair should the girls have, and what are we okay with, and like let them be natural ladies.
I love it.
The chemical burn. I did it myself.
Why?
It's on the tip of her tongue right there. That's a hard thing to say to somebody. Like, oh, I'm the only person that doesn't really get affected by this thing that's completely ruined the world.
Right here.
Now I'm trying to remember, does it make it in that I'm like, I told you something true? It does.
Yeah.
It does. This still happens here.
Yeah. You're gonna punch
This
her.
scene, because we did it twice, sometimes I'm like, I don't remember which, because both times we did like, it was like 5 hours.
Yeah, they were big days.
Ring of fucked up teeth marks and cysts and
Ow! Fuck you. What? Hey! I told you a real fucking story.
I did tell you a real fucking story.
Oh, you want a bite mark?
Oh, God.
Oh, here comes
this scene.
Steven. I remember Shannon, how angry you were at Steven.
I wasn't angry at Steven. I couldn't tell why I was mad, and then this was the only real thing I actually fought for was this. Was to make him turn around. I was with you, and I was like, he needs to turn around, and you were like, why? And I was like, it took me a while to explain it to you, and then when he did it, then you were like, I get it. Because I was like, no, because I have to protect her.
Pretty sure that was in the script. but
No,
yeah,
it
you might
wasn't.
be right.
It was the only argument we had.
It's been 3 years. I don't remember.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
probably
It
right.
was actually,
I remember this.
It was the only thing I argued with you about. And it was because I felt so protective of Ashley that I knew it was right. That I was like, because we were so close, that I was like, turn around. She's naked. Like,
Yes.
you know,
because you guys knew each other intimately, but
Yeah.
Ellie and...
exactly. And because I had to, like, I wanted to prove to you that I was loyal to you and not embarrassed because he was there.
But I love it. I feel like it shows so much about how strong Dina is and how loyal and sort of just, I don't know, I love that. I feel like that little moment says so much about Dina.
We really wanted to show or build trust between Joel and Tommy and this group to show that without their help, they might have died. Meaning Tommy and Joel would have died without this group. There's another one where I think I'm like screaming out to all like the actors, okay, now they're burning. Now like there's a lot of fire. And you gotta speak up over the storm. Again, none of those elements are there.
Let's get inside!
And right now, only Abby knows what's about to go down. Everybody else thinks like, oh, we just found friendly people that helped us along. We captured this all as one go, from here all the way to the golf club hit. And initially we had versions of it where it was edited to be multiple cuts. And then it felt like it could just be way more tense if the whole thing was one shot. Required a lot of stitching of different performances and different elements, and some tweaking of stuff in animation. But
You have no idea.
yeah, I find that this scene has so much tension, the way it now moves.
We rehearsed it so many times before we shot it to make all the moving parts work.
From a directing side, that this can be hard as well because you're trying to pay attention to so many actors and making sure it's all feeling honest and authentic.
Y'all should come back with us, restock before we head out.
Appreciate it.
Again, there's no ambush here. They're all being authentic
This is my brother.
until this moment. And now everything has changed.
We knew this was going to be the most controversial scene in the whole game and the intention is that it is brutal and it is hard to watch, which obviously as a player is really difficult to go through, but it puts you in alignment with Ellie. You're watching this devastation to this man that you've come to love as a character, and now you're watching him be brutally murdered. And it should be upsetting, it should hurt. A lot of people are still really upset about it, but what a faster way, I can't think of a faster way to help you understand why Ellie is gonna go as far as she's gonna go, because we're there seeing how this thing was stolen from her.
Yeah, this interplay of like, you want him to suffer, and he's not giving you the satisfaction of like, I don't care who you are, do your worst.
Mm-hmm.
And you try.
Yeah.
You try to do your worst.
Joel's not a man who begs.
That is a conversation I had with Troy about how prepared he was. He's lived for 20 years, 25 years at this point, of like just always accepting that this day might come. Something like this will happen, because it always happens in this world.
Yeah, it's irrelevant to him who they are or why they're doing this, because there are so many people who could want to do this to him, given the life he's led.
I just remember shooting it and being like, this moment you've worked towards for so long, and wanting it to feel right and wanting it to feel good. And it happens and you just feel fucking empty.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've talked about it, Neil. Like, you had talked to me about this role, and you told me about this character, Abby, and you told me what you were planning for her. And she had like a different story, I think, at the time, how they met and everything. But I was excited and terrified because, like, as a player, that's traumatizing. And I didn't know how people were going to react to it.
You don't get to rush this.
Joel! Tommy!
Shit. How do I get down there? Okay, Shimmer. Come on. Please be okay.
Joel! Tommy!
You're okay. You're okay. There it is.
Joel? Tommy?
Where is that coming from? Joel. Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, we had versions of this sequence where Ellie came in after the fact, and it just felt we needed her to see it to really set up this journey.
Yeah, this was rough. This was a rough day on set because I knew we were losing a character that we all love very deeply. You know, even the imaginary circumstances of that are just hard. It's also our, you know, all of our friendship, my friendship with Troy. So just seeing that and...
What I remember more than anything is, we're going through the mechanics of it, and we're stupid suits on a soundstage, and there's all of these machinations and things that are keeping it goofy. But the one thing that cuts through the din of all that is when I look over at Ashley. Because being the great actor that you are, all of those things go away, and all you see is the moment that we're trying to create and the reality of what this scene is for you personally. And everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm thinking is gone because I'm just watching. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to watch that scene without it bringing me to that place, ever. But the thing that has been proven to me is because of the way that I feel, because it's so hard, it is absolutely the most honest, perfect version of this story. There's no other version of this story. There just isn't.
And for this version of the scene, it was important that we were in Ellie's head, that you don't get to hear this conversation that's happening around her, but this was just about the ringing of the ears of pure hatred and anger that she's experiencing right now.
Oh my god. Ellie?
And just this final look right here where she sees him and I can't fix this. Well, she's going to try to find a way to fix it.
Yeah, she's gonna try to find a way to fix it in the best way she knows how.
I love this scene with you and Jeffrey. Brings you Tupperware with food.
Oh yes, this was one of my favorite scenes to shoot. I love working with Jeffrey.
You're so brilliant how it goes from this really sad, mournful place to just slowly rage over time as you're not getting what you want.
Also, this emptiness you have just from that look out the window there to like this, that like bereft. It's just really right on point. It's just so good.
Hey.
Hey.
Jeffrey here is quite brilliant. Is like
Yeah.
he wants to go after the people that hurt Joel. So there's like the emotional part of his mind and the rational part, and they're kind of in conflict here. And like he's trying to do what's best for Ellie, which is to say it's not worth it.
I also really love how the blocking of this scene worked out, because I love that neither of them can look at each other. They're not facing each other.
Marie wants to make sure you're eating.
Oh, and Jeffrey's voice. It's so
She can't stop us.
scrumptious.
To have the guys that we would need to do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
I love it. It's like the one time you look at him is to make him feel shame. Like, are you really saying this to me?
The only time that there's confidence there with her is when there's anger present.
What if we get hit by hunters again?
Is this you talking or is this her?
It's a valid point.
If it were you or me, Joel would be halfway to Seattle already.
Which is true.
Well, we had actually lines here where he counters that, and he says Joel never went after the people that killed his daughter. Like, because we really wanted to flesh out the point that like Joel is more pragmatic with his violence, where Ellie comes from a much more emotional place with it.
Why didn't you guys keep that in?
it just felt like we're just
It's too on the
too
nose.
too much exposition about the previous game. And we wanted more to stay in this moment. Like there's other ways to talk about what Joel did in other spots, and really wanted to focus about
And if you want to come with me, great.
the logistics of going after the people, going after Abby.
You have no idea what you're walking into. You don't know how large that group
I don't
is.
care.
Armed.
I don't care. You can't talk me out of this.
Again, this moment of decision where he's like, in order to protect her, I'm gonna have to go by myself, and he's like, now he's lying again, not dissimilar to Joel lying to Ellie to protect her.
Give me a day.
Right? That give me a day's bullshit.
Okay. There's got to be some folks you can spare.
Why the
And if she
choice
won't
of the
budge?
hairpiece coming down, the little hair string, for Tommy?
There's a little bit of design. Like Abby has something similar as well. So it's like there's what animators call secondary movement. So as when he's moving around, there's physics on the hair. And just one more way to bring the CG character to life.
Yeah.
It's also such a flex because it really
So
doesn't
hard.
look good in other games. Like it's
Yeah.
just like it looks amazing, and it's like it feels it's just like such a subtle flex. Like look what we can do.
Yeah.
I love this hug that then it's just too painful for the two of them. They can't stay in that moment.
That's too uncomfortable to be vulnerable. Got too much shit to do.
There's something about when it doesn't feel real until you're at his grave. Like there's a part of you, maybe because you play you play video games, you watch a lot of popular movies, you keep thinking he's going to come back somehow, and then it's like no, there's his name on that gravestone, and then the famous Gustavo All Gone, another version of that theme.
It was hard. It was hard. Joel is a character that I love, and I wasn't ready to let him go. So seeing that, even experiencing that of seeing, oh, we're doing a scene where we're at the gravestone is very final. I love it. I love that Dina was there the whole time and we didn't know that yet. Not looking on, just sort of giving Ellie her moment.
I remember when we were doing that, I really did feel like I was like really trying not to listen to you.
I felt that too.
You did?
Yeah. It's like I'm right here if you need me, but I'm not listening.
I'm not listening. You have your privacy, but if you need me, I'm here. I couldn't get to the horses. Looks like Tommy took one. Now Maria's got the stables locked down.
Fucking Tommy. We'll figure something else out on the way. A car or a horse or something.
Okay.
This makes getting to Seattle a lot harder.
Then it's gonna be harder.
You can still change your mind,
I know.
I just don't want you to feel like you have to.
Ellie. You go. I go. End of story.
You need to get your backpack.
I hid it by the east gates. I figured we'd want to slip out that way. What do you need? I can go get it.
I want to do it.
Okay.
I'm okay. Come on. I'll hang out down here.
Thanks. Dino-Nicus. That was a good day.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just come on down.
This is Ashley Scott as Maria realizing what Tommy has done.
Maria, I'm headed to Seattle. I wish I could let it go, but I can't. I have to bring these people to justice. Ellie's gonna try to come after me, but stop her. Take her guns, lock up the horses, maybe lock her up. Buy me some time so I can end this. Love you always, Tommy. He's gonna get himself killed.
He should have taken me with him.
I like that she hasn't thought at all about what she's just going. She doesn't even know what she's doing, what she's gathering.
Zero plan.
And Maria knows this, right? Maria knows her like a parent of sorts, and to say, okay, well, if you're gonna do this, here's some stuff.
You going with her?
Yeah.
Damn right she is.
Ride or die.
Sneak out of here.
I love that those little moments with Dina where you see the snarky bits.
And it's funny because, like, this whole section here, I constantly felt like anytime we were dealing with Joel or anything about Jackson there, I was like, oh, this is none of my business. You know, like, it felt like I shouldn't be there. Like, and even in that scene there, too, it was like, well, I mean, yeah, I'm going with her and I'm here to be with her, but all of this stuff predates me. So all I could do were kind of these little things that were almost like for your benefit to, like, kind of support you or be like, I saw that. That was a lot. Are you
You're
okay?
like, oh,
you
boy,
know?
she's a lot. Yeah.
Do me a favor.
It's that weird feeling of letting someone that's grieving have their space, but offering yourself to help them in any way you can.
All right. Get going. You're losing light.
I really remember the end of this scene and this look that I give you. Like, well, that was a lot. I think, yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, there it is. I was like, like, oof, this is like a lot. Today is a lot.
That could have gone way worse.
Yeah, and here it's still there. I'm like, all right.
This shot right here with the light coming through Ellie's ear is just so gorgeous.
This hunter was on top of him, drowning him, and Joel couldn't get to his gun.
Jeez. Were you scared?
Well, I didn't even think. I just ran in there, grabbed his gun, and shot the guy in the face.
How old were you?
14. How old were you when you first killed someone?
We talking infected?
No. Fully conscious, non-fungal person.
10?
Wow. What happened?
Guy was coming at my mom. I stabbed him.
Shit. You got me beat.
Yeah, I'm a real badass. So how lost are we?
Not.
Uh-huh.
Hey, have a little faith.
What about those crazy cannibals you said you and Joel ran into? They came after you guys once. Maybe these WLFs are connected to them.
No. It didn't seem like the same group.
Maybe those black market smugglers back in Boston?
Do you not? Joel crossed a lot of people. I don't see the point in guessing.
Okay.
At least, patient.
Ellie.
Cars. Yeah, I'm getting close. Start keeping an eye out.
Got it.
Here we go.
Guess I was wrong. Turns out you do know where you're going.
Stay with Shimmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything good in there?
Found an old tourist map.
Well, that's something.
Sure seems quiet. Yeah. Think about how well we hide our lookouts.
I know. That's what scares me.
Whoa. Is that the QZ? Yep. Watch the high spots.
WLF. Trespassers killed on sight. That's friendly. At least we know we're in the right place.
Where is everyone?
They put up this sign. Means there's gotta be a way in. Looks like there's some cracks up there, in the wall, up above. You see it?
Yeah. Not sure how we get up there, though.
Anything good in there?
Pretty picked over. Dina, help me up here.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out. Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
Sounds good.
I'm good!
Just almost died. Where are these fuckers? Of course that doesn't work. Okay, how do I get you power? this was written. The Saravena base. That's something. That's a generator. Oh, shit. Okay.
Ellie? Ellie! Over here!
Hey,
Everything okay? What was that sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks. Needs juice.
How's it going?
Whew. Okay. Yes.
Well done!
Shit.
Hey, come on. Let's get out of here. That crash was pretty loud. Now what?
I found a note back there. Had some codes on it. Says there's a WLF safe house at some place called Saravena Base.
Saravena. So we find it?
Hopefully we find our first WLF. Get them to talk. Go from there.
Let's do it.
Oh shit, look. Saravina Hotel.
That's gotta be it. Okay. Let's find a way past this, fuck Fedra gate?
Very creative. Gets right to the point. Let's get closer and scope it out.
Do you know the code?
That note I found has a bunch of them. But we need to get power to the gate first. Okay, here we go. It's out of gas.
God damn it. Well, what do we do now?
Oh, shit. The note.
What?
The note mentioned that there's gas in the courthouse garage and the dome.
All right. Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see.
You think Tommy came through here?
Bet he did. So, where are we?
Pretty sure we're here.
Ah, nice. I'll mark it up as we go.
What the hell happened out here?
I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
Well, they would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost to the infected. Or to rebels.
That seems like overkill.
Well, it usually worked.
On the infected or the rebels?
Both.
Shit.
Believe me. You're lucky you didn't grow up in a QZ.
I'm starting to get that impression. This is cool. In like a holy shit, you might get crushed kind of way.
Relax. It's probably been like this for years. It's not gonna collapse today. I think.
Not a fan.
You wanna bail on this?
Your call.
That's all of them.
What's with the body armor? They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. Not sure. Where are we?
You think this is the bank?
Looks like a bank.
Ooh, fancy schmancy.
I think these body armor guys were trying to rob the bank.
Oh shit. It's like that movie.
Which one?
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh, yeah. I love that movie. Here we go. Got it. Thanks, dude.
Look at all this money. The bag's full.
Man, if we were back in the old world, whew, we'd be rich. Cool. tried robbing the bank on Outbreak Day.
Probably seemed smart at the time. I think we're done with this place.
Agreed. Hey, if you lived in the old world, what would you buy with all that money?
I don't know. Maybe a big farmhouse?
But you can get a farmhouse now.
Okay. What would you get?
A space shuttle.
Oh, that's right. Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Farmhouse is way more practical. That place was crazy.
All right, let's find that gas.
Ration Distribution Center.
In Boston, we'd line up for blocks. And the food sucked.
I go crazy.
Well, some people did. Come on, let's find a way in. Fuel distribution. Here we go.
Fedra secured the shit out of this place.
Boston always had food shortages. Hungry people get desperate. Spring and Fifth. Score. Can you get through?
I got you.
Shit. Stay low.
I think we dropped all of them.
Yeah, looks that way.
Hey, Ellie. This place is a synagogue.
How can you tell?
One, there are menorah decorations on the wall. It's a Jewish thing. And two, I didn't burst into flames just now, so...
Burst into flames?
It's just a dumb joke.
Oh, unlike your other ones?
You shut it.
Shit. Latch is on the other side. Found the gas. Just need to get back there. Okay. What?
Hey, language. House of worship.
It's empty.
That sucks. Now what?
We'll try our luck at the courthouse garage. Let's get out of here. What were you talking about?
Yeah, so... these bring back a lot of memories. My sister used to drag me to a synagogue all the time.
Do you still pray?
Sometimes.
Really? When?
I said one when we left Jackson. I said one at Joel's grave. Sometimes I just say little ones to myself.
This way. What's this?
Oh, this is the Torah.
The what?
It's scripture. It's like a Jewish Bible.
Hmm.
My sister would have flipped for this. The one we used in New Mexico was half burnt. All right. Well, at least they didn't just chuck everything. Hey, what are you doing?
Bet I can get to the other balcony with this.
Okay. Ellie, careful.
It's okay. It's holding. Nothing to it. Come on, Dina.
Right.
I hope you got where you were going. $57.74? Are we in the future?
No, doofus, that's a Hebrew calendar. For the new year, my sister used to give me an apple dipped in honey. Ugh, now I'm craving it.
Oof, that does sound pretty good.
Jewish holidays are all about food. And celebrating not getting annihilated by our enemies. I like coming from a long line of survivors.
Okay, cross the dome off the list.
Let's go find the courthouse. It might be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on. It's peaceful out here, at least.
It's weird being in a QZ and not hearing trucks. Or gunfire and explosions.
My sister always avoided QZs. That's probably why. She just got more and more paranoid. She'd sometimes wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
That's rough.
We always had a bag packed so we could bail if something happened. Never stayed in one place for more than a few weeks. It sucked.
Looks like that's everything over here. What have you got there? I think we cleared this place out. Ugh. Haven't seen one of these in a while. Damn, that's pretty good. It's nice to have a place we call home, right?
Yeah. When I first got to Jackson, I was so overwhelmed by all the people.
I was overwhelmed by all the food. I remember my first week just gorging myself. Stuffing food in all my pockets for later like it was gonna run out.
I saw that.
You did not?
I did. I remember thinking, who is this string bean girl stealing all the jerky?
I didn't steal that much jerky.
This must be the music shop.
Man, imagine this place when everything was intact.
They got a bunch of records here. The Sleek Habit.
The Sick Habit.
Close enough.
Okay. We only listened to it like 100 times together.
Hey, Hallie, do you want to talk about how we managed to get the rights
sure.
to this beautiful song?
Sure. We were looking for a song, and my bestie is a spectacular woman named Lauren Savoy, whose husband is Paul Wakhtar Savoy, who is a member of the band Aha. And so I reached out and said, would it be possible to get this dope-ass song in the game? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. That's amazing. That's great. So it was just a lucky happenstance that we were able to pull it off. But it's great because now like two of my favorite things are combined forever.
It's also cool how these things are such collaborations where that's obviously Ashley singing, but that's Ashley's friend Chris playing guitar, and we mocapped his hands and then transposed that onto Ellie's body.
I loved this game mechanic. So fun.
This is my favorite missable moment in the whole game. The fact that this is optional,
Well,
I think.
Remember how much we talked about the fact, because like so many people love this, and we're like, and then there were people on the team that argue that you should not be able to miss this, but it makes it more special knowing that you might have missed it.
You gotta earn me staring at you for several minutes.
Such a good cover too. I mean, I wouldn't say it to Ashley's face, don't look over here, but like, it's pretty solid.
Needless to say, I'm odds and ends.
When I see Dina's looks over here, my interpretation is that she's remember all the times that she was falling in love for Ellie in the past when she was with Jesse. Because right, they're talking about this has happened before, and she played this song. And the other character moment that's interesting here is like the song she originally play here when she picks up the guitar is Future Days, is what Joel teaches her. And as soon as Dina walks through the door, she stops playing that song because she doesn't want to talk about that.
This is actually, I think, canonically the first time you will have seen Ellie successfully play guitar since the opening scene where Joel says he's going to teach her.
Yeah.
So this is the first moment that we realize like that he really did teach her. So it also represents not just like her relationship with Dina, but...
Oh, you're right. It's every time she's picking up a guitar, there's a connection to Joel. Every single time. And we were like, when we were making this, we kept talking about what are different ways we could remind you of Joel, because he's not there.
Make him a ghost.
But he's present. There were versions where we talked about having like
Ghost Joel
like
early on.
talk to Ellie, and it just felt a little too campy for this story.
I wanted to.
Me too.
All right. We should keep moving.
Yeah. Yo, check this out.
Oh, wow. That was an interesting beat.
Excuse me. I am a natural. Admit it.
I love you.
Whatever. We're starting a band.
How about you be my groupie?
You're what?
Well, okay. Bands apparently had these hardcore fans that would just follow them around.
Ellie. I think Shimmer's getting sick.
What? How can you tell?
She sounds a little hoarse.
Oh, boy.
Come on, that was a good one. Hey, I think I found the courthouse.
How can you tell?
See that sign up there? On the building that says courthouse?
Oh, wow. Nice work, detective.
Mm-hmm.
Worth a try.
Let's keep looking. Hear that?
I hear it. Infected.
It's coming from the courthouse. This is gonna suck, isn't it?
At least we're ready for him.
been to a courthouse before?
Nope.
You're telling me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble, but never landed in a courthouse.
Some serious shit went down here.
Parking garage.
Well, the gas is in there, right?
Well, that's what the note said.
Well, let's get down there. Careful.
Jesus. I think that's all of them.
Well, let's find that gas. And?
Wait. We got gasoline.
Our luck's changing.
Don't you jinx us. The fuck Vedragate is calling to us.
Now, how do we get out of here?
Oh. Dina.
Coming.
Come on!
Okay, let go.
Good job, babe.
Thanks.
Okay, gate.
Could be a while before we run into Abby and her friends. It might be worth grabbing some supplies before we press on.
Good point.
weird shimmer.
How you doing back there? Getting homesick?
A little bit. You?
Same. Miss having a roof over my head.
You know, I've always dreamed of fixing up a farm just outside of Jackson.
Why wouldn't you stay in town?
I don't know. I like the idea of real space.
Sounds lonely.
Only if you're doing it alone.
Okay. So are we gonna, like, raise sheep and milk cows?
Are you making fun of me?
No. It actually sounds kind of nice.
Really?
Yeah. Really. This guy was an officer.
Traveling in a ration truck?
Trying to hide, maybe?
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Oh, man.
Wow, that was an adventure.
Haven't found any of them yet.
Hey, it's a big city. We barely started looking.
Yeah, I know. Just thought we'd see one of them by now. Here we go. All right.
I got it. You put in the code.
Hey, these old generators are pretty finicky, so it might take you a few tries to... Oh.
Sorry, go on.
Nothing. Well, no welcome to me.
Or they're just waiting for us.
Let's look for a way in. Keep an eye on those windows. Wolf.
WLF. I get it.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
You see that? Infected just hopped that fence.
Oh, means we can get in that way.
Shouldn't we hear gunshots or something?
I don't know what's going on. Okay. That's that.
This one's fresh. And he's got one of those wolf patches.
Guess they didn't make it out with their gas after all.
That's good, right?
If those fuckers who killed Joel got taken out by some random infected,
Then they'd still be dead, Ellie.
I'm not sure that's justice. Might as well grab what we can while we're here. They've been shot.
You recognize him?
No.
Maybe someone else killed these guys. The infected just wandered in.
Hey, found their gas.
Well, if we need any more, we know where to get it.
I don't recognize this one either.
Oh, the Tommy torture scene. So we got to see Joel do this scene in the first game of interrogating two people. And now we get to see like the aftermath of having this interrogation done by Tommy. Just shows you what he's capable of.
Tommy did this.
And then later we get to see Ellie try to do this.
No way.
Right, and at this point for Dina, she doesn't really know about Tommy's past. She doesn't know that she doesn't have the privileged information that Tommy used to be as bad as Joel, and she's just really sort of seeing that for the first time.
Because she knows, like, the reformed Tommy that lives in Jackson, that helps everybody.
Shit.
Right.
There's another one over here.
Yeah, I remember we iterated a lot on the lighting of this room and trying to give it the right vibe, that it wasn't too bright or too dark.
I don't recognize him.
And that's really important. I don't recognize him. That shows Tommy killed someone that wasn't involved in Joel's death. That there's already starting to be this cost of whether this person is innocent or not. Is who knows?
No, he wasn't. He asks this guy a question, but you don't make him say it. You make him write it down. And then you ask this guy.
This is the worst board game ever. One of the things that really like rocks me about some of these scenes is also just how comfortable they are around death all the time.
Yeah.
It implies her understanding this kind of anger and grief as well, that like Ellie really is not okay and she's losing because other people are going through this all the time. And so like it's those little things like that that really like moved me when I was actually playing the game. I was like, God, this is fucked up. Like
And right around this area is where we have Dina mention her sister and how she was never able to avenge whatever happened to her sister. So she has this unfulfilled thing, and she knows how traumatic that can be, and she doesn't want that for Ellie.
Come on, we can get out this way. Maybe catch up with Tommy.
Yeah.
I know you said Tommy had a rough past, but fuck.
I know. Are you okay?
It wasn't pretty.
I don't want you to think bad of Tommy.
Ellie, if I had my sister's killers tied to a chair, I'd do worse.
I hear you.
You get the generator. I'll open the gate.
You remember the code?
The one written in blood? Yeah.
Got it. And I got this. Big question though. Where does this take us?
I say we find shelter and we set up camp. Maybe somewhere high up so we can scope out the area.
I like that idea.
Okay. Let's look for an open building.
Preferably with no infected. Or WLF.
Wolves.
Whatever.
I still have some of those almond things left if you're hungry.
Not really.
You should eat something. Oh my god.
What?
I sounded like my mom just now.
I'll be fine.